everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Dr. Inda. So today I'm just going to be talking about opportunities that are out there, and there is this one that's been on my mind for quite a while now. So if you're looking to work in the United Kingdom or live in the United Kingdom and work, I know the rules have changed recently, which have kind of made things harder for people to get skilled work visa. But there is good news. There is this opportunity that a lot of people have not explored, especially people from, say, Nigeria, Ghana, which I just want to put out there. And it's the teaching or the education route. If you were a teacher, say back in Nigeria, it's possible for you to be able to work in this country and get skilled work visa. And don't worry about the salary, because the change in salary does not affect healthcare professionals. It also does not affect people in educational roles. So that's good news. You can be sponsored to get work for as long as you're being paid on the national salary scale. That's what they use, the similar skills that they use for the healthcare professionals. Anyway, let me just tell you about those routes that you can explore. So there are people who were teachers in Nigeria, qualified teachers in Nigeria, but they come here and they're not doing anything about it. There is something you need to do. You need to leverage on your experience. Don't throw all those years of experience away, or even your certificate away, and settle for anything because this is what people are doing, or this is the popular thing that people are going into. No, don't throw all of those good years away. Leverage on them. So there are different ways that it's done in England and in Scotland, or in the rest of the United Kingdom. But I'm just going to be talking about England and Scotland. I live in Scotland, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about this two areas. So there are ways that you can get into the teaching profession in Scotland. So you have to be registered by the GTC, which means General Teaching Council for Scotland. And if your qualification is from, if you are a qualified teacher from outside of the United Kingdom or outside of Scotland, you still have to be registered under GTC. But what they need is they want to see that you are a qualified teacher. To be able to teach in primary school or in secondary school is slightly different, but it's again similar. So you either need the 4-year degree. So if you have bachelor's of education, I know a lot of people say in Nigeria they studied bachelor's of education in a particular subject, biology, for example, or bachelor's of education in home economics, or whatever it is. You can convert that and use that to apply to be qualified in Scotland and be registered under GTC. If you have a postgraduate diploma in education, a PGDE qualification, that's also allowed. You are also allowed to convert that to be registered in under the GTC. So it's not really that hard. So please, if you are a qualified teacher, you were a qualified teacher and you have been working as a teacher back in Nigeria, it might not even be an undergraduate degree that you have. It could just be the postgraduate degree or certificates in education that you have. You can still use that to get registered under the GTC, because it's a highly regulated profession. So you have to be registered under the council. And then if you want to work in England, it's slightly different. In England, what they do is that you have to be a qualified teacher. You have to have that qualified teacher status. They call it the QTS. Again, there are different routes to which you can get this. If you were a qualified teacher back in Nigeria or say in Ghana, the good news is that you are allowed to get a job and to work even without having the QTS in England for 4 years. But the thing is, you have to make sure that you get that qualified status, teacher status, by the end of the 4 years or before the 4th year, so that you can then be able to work. Because most schools would require that the teachers that they're employing have QTS. So it might be a little bit tricky for you to get a school that would employ you without QTS. However, for as long as you are working towards that QTS, they can give you a chance. So you can go straight ahead and apply for as long as you are a qualified teacher in Nigeria or Ghana or any other country that is under the allowed countries that are able to teach in England without the QTS. Then you can work for 4 years. Okay, so but if you are not a qualified teacher, but you're just interested in changing your profession into the teaching profession, there are routes that you can take. So you can take the teachers training. So there are teachers training. That's like one year program that you take either in the university or some training providers. And what you would get is that you will get that qualified teacher status, and which would allow you to be able to work anywhere in any school in England. But the thing is, the way the education system works here is that if you are trained to be a teacher, you either have to be trained to teach in primary school, or you're trained to teach in secondary school, or you're trained to teach in a further education institution. Okay, so if it's a secondary school, for example, it has to be subject based. So if, for example, if you studied criminology or you studied law or economics, you can teach or train to be a teacher in secondary school for business education. So that would be what you're teaching. If you studied sports psychology or sports science or whatever, you can train to teach in secondary school, and you will be a teacher in sports or in PE, physical education. So there are different ways. There are some subjects, specific subjects that you will need to be focused on when you're doing the training. If you are going for primary school, it might just be the basic GCSE that you have, but you need science in as one of the subjects that you passed for your GCSE. Okay, so these are just examples of ways that you can get into the teaching profession. And I tell you, this is a very good profession to go to, because there are opportunities out there. I know a lot of people are looking in healthcare because they think that's where the most opportunities are. But yes, there are so many opportunities in this area as well, and they are well paid. The starting salary for a teacher after you get qualified is over 30,000. So you don't need to worry about that minimum salary of 38,000 whatever, because the way they do their skill visa is different. So they are not categorized with every other work visa. They treat them differently, and so those other very stringent rules of 38,700 does not apply to these ones. Okay, so you can begin to think about it. If you're already qualified and you're not doing anything with the qualification, it is high time you start thinking. Go get your certificate. Think about putting together your application. But sometimes you might not be able to register directly into the GTC Scotland. They might request that you do some assessments. Why not do the assessments? In England, for example, you might go through the assessment only route to get the GTS. You can go through the further training. That means if you are not already into education, and get that PGD, either PGCE with QTS, but you need to get QTS. That's the basic thing. Or you might just go ahead and convert your certification already into the England equivalent. So please, let's explore this route. I'm going to leave some links down where you can read more about this, how you can get into the teaching profession. There are so many opportunities that people are not thinking about, maybe because they don't have the information, or they are distracted. I want a lot of people from my descent to go into professions where we can make good influence. It's not just about money, but the influence that we can make in the countries where we go to, and make good impact in the lives of people that we come across. Okay, so I just thought to quickly share that with you, and I hope you find this useful. If you need me to talk about other things, I'm going to be bringing more opportunities that are out there that people can leverage on to work in the United Kingdom. So if you have anything of interest that you would want me to talk about, just leave that in the comment section. And if you find this useful, you can share with other people. Information is key, like I always say. Just share with other people, and I'm sure they would be glad that you did share with them. And if you haven't done already, please like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll be bringing you more informative, helpful content on this page. Okay, so till the next time I come again, see you. Bye.